I think it's one of the biggest movements in the history of independent India. In 1988, Mahendra Singh Tekayat had a huge show in Heartland, Delhi. And that time, he could manage to get his demands met by the then government. Look at the approach difference. There, a government with 403 members in the Lok Sabha allowed the farmers to congregate at the boat club and to protest. And today we have a government with 303 members and says the farmers cannot enter the periphery of Delhi. In 1988, in just about a week's time, the 35 charter demand was accepted by the government. But today, even after 2 months have passed, the government refusing to accept the demand. We have a very different situation from 1988 and now. Today, farmers are not just demanding a few concessions, they are demanding the repeal of 3 laws, abrogation of 3 laws. And that's where there lies the difference. The government obviously sitting over prestige and refusing to transit. That is the issue of these farm laws has certainly split the country into divided nations. Political difference is there, but there is, of course, we say political opportunism is there. When UPA government decided to do away with the APMC, that time the BJP with its leaders Arun Jaitley and Sushma Swaraj protested in parliament saying the UPA government, the Congress is handing over the farmers to the multinationals on a platter. Today the situation is reversed. The BJP government is doing it and Congress is making the protest saying that this is the BJP government, the NDA government, in fact selling the interest of the farmers. So there is an element of political opportunism there from both sides. But it's not simply politics. Economy also has found 2 sets of people. There are one set of economists supporting the government like Ashok Gulati, who are very established, distinguished economists, who say that this is an Enasa moment. These laws would completely change the fate of the Indian farmer. We had the opposite point of view by a subaltern economist like Professor Arun Kumar. His recording we'll hear. He is given a short 10-minute presentation which we'll hear just now. And he gives a perspective how this is in fact suicidal for our food security, for our farming community. And just yesterday I was talking to Professor Atul Shud about a piece by Nitin Desai. He is a branded free marketeer, but he tells us that free market rules that apply to manufacturing sector does not apply. It is just the reverse in the situation of the agricultural sector. In the manufacturing sector, there are only a few sellers and millions of buyers. In the agricultural sector, there are only millions of sellers and only a few buyers. That's why that law of free market will not apply. So it's a larger debate. In order to understand it in its larger perspective, we have brought together a distinguished panel which will put forth their ideas before you. As Sasiji said, this is a platform where, as you can see, Gandhi is the mascot. because this is a movement which is being led by a group of people who are committed to non-violent conflict resolution, non-violent mode of satyagraha, and taking the cue from Gandhi. And that is what inspires the entire nation which believes in democratic struggle through peaceful means. And that's the reason today we have two organizations come together. Sachiji talked about JP Foundation, Jayaprakash Narayan. All the political leaders of today have their baptism by fire in the JP movement. And today this JP movement was successful in overturning an authoritarian government in 1977. And that's why it's very accurate, apt that this is coming together with Sunil Memorial Trust. Sunil was a friend of ours from JNU. He was a topper in economics, got a record grade, could have got admission in any university anywhere in the world, but gave up everything, went back to Itarsi in Madhya Pradesh, set up an ashram and worked among the peasantry and the tribals all his life till his unfortunate death in that activism 5 years ago. And in his memory, we have formed the Sunil Memorial Trust. It's very apt that Sunil Memorial Trust had joined hands with JP Foundation to celebrate this epic struggle which following the tradition of Gandhian peaceful satyagraha. And in this kind of a get-together, we have in the midst of us the scholars and activists. We have Satya Sahu, two of the speakers today, Satya Sahu and Ashutosh, whom I know from my university days, JNU days. Satya was the press secretary to President Narayanan, and today India's eminent Gandhian thinker. He would talk about the Gandhian movement, how Satyagraha, Gandhi's indigo planters, the movement that Gandhi created, which shook the foundation of the British Empire. In the same way, today, the farmers' agitation is shaking the Modi Empire in this country. So that's one part of the story. The other is Ashutosh. Ashutosh was, of course, a journalist. All of you know, all of us knew, a hotshot prime time anchor and the brilliant managing editor of IBN 7, who possibly made huge impact by asking questions which were like speaking truth to power. And that is what made him a household name in this country. But he chose, at the peak of his glory, he chose to have a tryst with politics. Joined Anna movement, joined Aam Aadmi Party, but I don't know, in 6 years he was possibly disillusioned with politics. Today he has come back to do what he is at best, what he has been doing all his life so well. Again, trying to write, to speak, to think, and to tell the world what the truth is and where the rational democratic struggle, democratic process leads us at various points of time. We have also in the midst of us two other activist, Bhasa, of course, I have not met her before. I've heard she has reported on the peasant struggle. She is these days associated with Newsweek. We have all seen her reports. And today she would obviously give some vignettes of her understanding of the farmers' movement. We have Ashok Panda, who is known as a human rights activist. He was associated with V.M. Tarkunde, the dawn of human rights movement in this country. He has been a senior advocate in the Supreme Court. He has written a book on Supreme Court which has just been published, which is being released on 2nd February next month. And Panda has always been forthright in putting across the demands, the human rights, and the rights of the downtrodden and the vulnerable sections of the society. Finally, all of us, I consider myself a drawing room activist. But any discussion on farmers would be incomplete without a voice from the ground. And that's the reason why we have in the midst of us Rahul Raj. Rahul is the organizing secretary of All India Kishan Sangharsh Coordination Committee in Madhya Pradesh. He is the president of the Rashtriya Kishan Mazdoor Sangathan, again from Madhya Pradesh, and he is there to give us the insight from the ground, to give us a perspective, a ringside perspective into the farmers' movement. We have